All right, so let's continue with Song of Solomon, chapter 8. Now, the lady's already talking like she wishes Solomon was her brother for some reason, right? But we don't quite know why. Maybe she's wishing she had always knew him, right? I don't know, right? Or they were around each other growing up, maybe, right? Now, but whatever the reason, she's talking like that in the first few verses, right? Now she starts talking about love. And comparing it even to Sheol. Now, Sheol is the Hebrew word for death, right? Or hell. Or Hades, right? Jealousy flames it and flames of fire, a flame of Jehovah, or Yahuwah, waters, meaning not are able to quench love in the streets, not or rivers, in the rivers, not I will flow. Okay, I will not overflow it if would give a man all the wealth of his house for love, the desire despising, they despise him. And that's also to him. Lou is to him, right? A sister is to us little. And breasts are not to her. Law, right there. After the yellow shadim. What shall we do for our sister in the day? This is talking about engaging a girl. That He has spoken for her. Okay. Now, if you notice, there's an oo, ba'u, and then ba'a. So, now, the thing is, the word there is shade, almost, right? Or shawled, shade, sha'i, duh. I know. If a wall she is, we will build on her a tower of silver. And if a door, you notice I underlined it there, and this traces back to Job, right? She is, right? We will enclose her upon her boards of cedar. Now, ain't doors made from wood? Right. Well, that's the point, right? It's a metaphor, right? The female is a door to the offspring of her and her husband, right? They come through her and are born in the world, right? I was a wall, and my breast like towers. Then I became in his eyes as one finding peace. Shalom. Right. A vineyard Haya was to Solomon at Baal Hamor for gave the vineyard to keepers. Much men was to bring for its fruit 1,000 of silver. my vineyard which is to me the 1,000 is you, for O Solomon, and 200 for the keepers of its fruit. Right? You who dwell in the gardens, the companions are listening for your voice. Calls me to hear it first, my beloved, and be like a gazelle or a young deer, the stag, on the mountains of balsam spice, right? Okay. Now, if you read this from different versions, right, it's going to sound different, right? So some say when you interpret it, right, you have to ask people who speak Hebrew. Now, this is where Isaiah 29:11 comes in, right? When I'm interpreting from a language, I need people who speak that language to tell me what it means, right? Now, they're having a problem with what's called the divine name, right, of the Hebrews, because the Hebrews don't want to tell us, because they can't say it for some reason, how to pronounce it, right? Why? It's almost like they're sealing it too, right? But if you study into the language itself, it ends in masculine and feminine names, usually. Nouns are feminine, or masculine. And that means the Hebrew words are what we call male and female, right? Well, ain't Jesus the Word of God, right? The Logos, right? Well, the Word of God in the Hebrew is male and female, and so are certain Greek words, right? There's a Greek word for a male chest and one for the females, though they both end in a masculine S. So that's kind of the point there. Now, yet if you read it from the King James Version from 1611, right? Listen to how it sounds, right? And how different it sounds too, right? That thou wert as my brother, that sucked the breast of my mother, when I should find thee without. I would kiss thee, yea, I should not be despised. I would lead thee and bring thee into my mother's house. Who would instruct me? I would cause thee to drink of spiced wine, of the juices of my pomegranates, right? Now, this is getting my pomegranates? What does that mean? I know. Do women have pomegranates that, I don't know. Is that a metaphor? Now, women do produce milk for their babies, right? From their breasts, right? Okay, now it goes back to his left hand should be under my head. Why should? Right? And his right hand should embrace me, right? I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, that ye stir not up nor awake my love until he please. Who is this that cometh up from the wilderness, leaning upon her beloved, right? I rise thee up under the apple tree, or raised. There my mother brought thee forth. There she brought thee forth that bare thee. Set me as a seal upon thine heart, as a seal upon thine arm, for love is strong as death. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. The coals thereof are coals of fire, which hath a most vehement flame. Many waters cannot quench love, neither can the floods drown it. Right? If a man would give all the substance of his house for love, it would utterly be contempt or contemned. I'm not sure what it means. That one, contemned in CONTEMNED. I don't know if they're contempted or. Okay, I'm not familiar with that word per se. Contempt in ED, right? I think they mean contempt.